So say it again with me.
Chica, chica.
The second approach would be a primarily English language approach with instruction and interaction primarily in English with continued home language support as well.
Las letras están subiendo.
Porque las letras están subiendo, Sisi. Was one little bird.
And typically, if you have a program with a monolingual English-speaking teacher or 5 or 6 different languages in the classroom, then you are going to have a primarily English language development approach with support for home language.
Cuenta las uvas, 5 uvas. ¿Puedes contarlas?
And I think the important thing there is to understand that all teachers,
1, 2, 3, and it's frío.
regardless of their own personal language background, can support all home languages, because there are many strategies where you can incorporate and bring those languages in the classroom to support and value and continue their development.
One of the major prerequisites for teachers, all teachers, but particularly for teachers that are working with dual language learners where they don't know the language, is their disposition to learn about the culture, to learn about the child, to show that warmth and consideration, even when you don't know the language of the child and you don't know the language of the family, to go out and search for resources to help you, to find people that can help you understand the language and the culture of the child.
The primary languages of the families that we serve tend to be Spanish and Cantonese. In each of the classrooms, we have recruited and thankfully retained staff that speak Spanish and Cantonese.
In the green room, both of the teachers are monolingual. They have a little bit of Spanish, but they're monolingual. So all of the assistants in the classroom speak Spanish. So the teachers will teach it in English, and then the assistants support.
Brian, ¿quieres hacer este?
Teacher.
No?
Teacher.
¿Quieres ir a jugar otro trabajo?
It's not all English language development. Clearly that's a goal and an important goal, but we can't do that at the expense of what this child already knows about language.
Many of our teachers speak a variety of languages, and we try really hard to place the child with a teacher who speaks their language. But if we can't get that match, then the teacher really works with that child to make sure that there's activities that are not language dependent, so that child really feels part of the classroom and feels safe to practice with English, and make sure that the parent knows that their language is really important and part of that child's learning.
For dual language learners, we have to be intentional.
Uno, dos, tres.
And very thoughtful. We also want to plan our program with purpose to be sure we're providing the supports that our young dual language learners need, especially in the areas of language and communication skills.
I see these feet.
You see those feet.
Oh, where's this feet?
And Twitter, does Twitter have feet too?
Yeah. He has one leg.
That's right. He only has one leg now. You're right. Is that something different than other birds?
With Teacher Lai, with his other leg.
You guys see have you ever had this?
Parents sit down and kind of work out with us words like greetings, shoes, jacket, I'm hungry, I'm thirsty, I'm sleepy. Those are important things if we're going to support children and help them feel comfortable to be able to know and say in home language.
We want the child to have strong home language so that they can continue to learn at their age-appropriate level so that their academics match.
Entonces, puso huevitos la mariposa.
And that's why we have a strong parent involvement component